Hi, I'm Zach Quintana, AGCO product specialist here in the Northwest United States. I'm out here today with one of our exciting new products for model year 2020, and that's the new 9300 Series disc header from Hesston by Massey Ferguson. I'd like to take the next couple of minutes and go through this header with you and talk about the updates that make this an exciting new product for model year 2020. Things we'll look at will be improving crop cutoff, crop flow through the header, uptime, and ease of service and maintenance. So that said, the first thing to talk about in the new header are the model numbers. So we moved from the 9200 series to the 9300 series header for 2020, still compatible with the WR9900 series windrower, but the headers have new model numbers now, 9313 and 9316 to indicate 13 or 16 feet of working width, followed by an S or a D to indicate single or dual conditioner option. So let's take a look at some of the updates inside the 9300 series header. So before we start, I want to hit 2 points. Number one, the 9300 still runs the proven razor bar cutter bar. Excellent reputation for durability and crop cutoff. Number two, the 9300, we can still get that with the industry exclusive TwinMax dual conditioner setup to really make that dry down second to none. So for updates, let's take a look. Crop cutoff, new style turtle here with a new shape. Cleaners on the bottom side. We do away with the donut protector for the knife, nut, and bolt. Furthermore, there's a new knife. So on this 9300, you have a new part number for your turtle as well as your knife. For crop flow, a pretty major change is right here in the back of the header. So we do away with the auger flighting on the turbulence reduction roll, and we add a new large suspended auger here behind the cutter bar. So the nice part about that is this auger is really positioned up in that crop flow, so as you start to cut, this auger really moves crop very well from the edges of the header into the conditioner rolls. The goal there, move that crop consistently and build a consistent swath from side to side. The other part about this auger, it's easily removed and replaced as it's a tube style auger that slides on and off the drive shaft. Furthermore, for crop flow, we have new cages here that are solid, and the point of that is to really help convey that crop gently. So something like alfalfa, where we want to preserve the leaf, this new solid style cage is going to help us do that. Finally, we're cutting a large high tonnage crop. There's frame updates in this header. They're going to help that crop feed in. So frame updates behind the cutter bar for material buildup and flow, and also updates across the bottom of the top portion of the header here to really help that crop feed in. So a lot of nice updates here inside the header for crop flow, cutoff, and feeding. Okay, so let's take a look on the back side of the header at some of the updates to the drives as well as roll gap adjustment. So the first thing to point out would be your suspended cage. So there's a new style belt material driving that suspended cage, as well as a new self-tensioner mechanism. The point of these updates is to make sure that as you run through the day and that belt gets warm and stretches with use, that tension is maintained properly so that crop material is consistently fed into the conditioner rolls to build a nice consistent swath. The other update we talked about on the front of the header is your new style auger. So it's driven here, and it's got its own self-tension drive belt mounted on the outside edge of the header. You can access this with a new access door on the outside panel of the header there. Other updates to talk about are on the actual drive lines themselves. They go to 50-hour service intervals. So we've increased the amount of time between service to really keep you going in the field and simplify that service process. Another update, I mentioned frame updates earlier, but an important one is with your roll geometry. So with the frame updates now, as those rolls open to pass material, roll pressure is consistently maintained. So as we move material through the rolls, they open and close, roll pressure is maintained, meaning your crimp is more consistent as you run through different parts of the field. The final update to call out would be with your roll gap adjustment. So previously that was on a threaded linkage that you had to turn the nut to make that change. Now we're able to dump roll pressure from the cab, throw a wrench on the hex, open the rolls, and then use your adjustment shims here to make that gap adjustment. So say you're an alfalfa and Timothy producer, you cut alfalfa at a 1/4 inch gap and you cut Timothy at 3/4 of an inch. Now, all we'll do, open the rolls, we would throw a 1/2 inch worth of shims under the nut, and we've made the adjustment to go between alfalfa and Timothy, or vice versa. So very simple, very easy to do, and certainly something we should be doing as we change fields and change crops to make sure that our dry down time is maximized. We're able to get that crop out of the field as quickly as possible, and it comes back to proper settings on roll gap and roll adjustment. So very nice updates that you'll find here, in addition to all of the other ones that we've talked about on the header. I appreciate you taking the time to join me in this video as we worked around the new 9300 Series disc header from Hesston by Massey Ferguson. If you like what you see here and you have additional questions, I'd encourage you to go out and visit your nearest Hesston by Massey Ferguson dealer to find out more about these headers or line up your own in-field demo this summer. Thank you.